Back at it again. Sports Mark is live late night on a Wednesday, a couple days before Christmas. I and New Year's in general for everybody. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, but season is greetings to everybody. This will be our last podcast before the season's hit. Another episode of the Nosebleed section. Another week is in the books in the NFL season. Before we get into it, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd love to hit our goal, our first goal of 100 subscribers. We're currently sitting around 73. Um, so we our week another week of our pickups in the book. Um, Paul, do you actually have like a record of how we did this past weekend?
All right. So, of the 16 games, right? 16. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrong, and I got 7 wrong. Oh, no, I got 6 wrong. Sorry, 6. 4 and 2, 6. Yeah, 6 wrong. So, at the Niners right, at the Vikings right, which had me worried because I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, really? Then I forgot it's Matt Ryan. Like, it's Matt Ryan. We're gonna be all right, Joe. We're gonna be all right. It's Matt Ryan. We're gonna be all
right, Joe. And well, you see what's it called? You see he got benched, so he's done now.
Yeah, he's done. Done for the season. Done for the season.
Nick Foles in there now.
Yeah. Then we got the Ravens wrong. Apparently the Browns were not being the Browns, and they decided to win.
Yeah.
The Bills game was interesting because in that entire freaking mess of a weather, snowstorm and everything, the Dolphins actually kept up with the Bills. I thought that the Bills were going to beat them significantly because of the cold weather and the snow.
Well, it wasn't snowing until later in the game, so I think that's pretty. That's kind of why they hung around so long. Because in the beginning of the game, it snowed, but they cleared the field and everything. So during the game, it was fine. And then like the third quarter hit, and it was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah,
and then the Bills started. To go.
Yeah, but I was looking also at the cold weather as well too, though. You know.
Yeah, I get that. But I thought the snow was going to be more of a factor than anything. If it's still from the first quarter, I don't think it would have been the way it turned out. I think the Dolphins would have got ran through, honestly.
Yeah, which what we thought. We both thought that was going to happen, but
yeah, it was a good game. The Dolphins dropped like 2 straight now. I think 2 or 3 straight, I believe.
Yeah. Then we had the Falcons over the Saints, which we both got wrong. Somehow the Saints pulled that off. Then this was one of the games where we split. You had the Panthers at the Steelers. I got it right.
Yep.
We both picked the Eagles over the Bears. We both got the Chiefs over the Texans. We both got the Jaguars over the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I almost got it right last week with the Texans. Almost got it right. I was like, bro, the Cowboys and the Cowboys, they're gonna fuck up. I wish they happened last week, but I knew it would stay on that bus. I was like, they're not gonna hold on to it. I was like, no, they're gonna drop it.
I was watching that game. Oh my god. Overtime. I was like, it was 3rd and 4 in the fourth quarter. And literally just running the ball and getting that first down pretty much ices the game. It's 3rd and 4, and you bomb the ball 35 yards down the field. And Dak's inaccurate self threw the ball out of bounds, so the receiver didn't have a chance to catch it. And they punted it back down into overtime. I was like, 3rd and 4. You have one of the best O-lines and one of the best rushing attacks in the league. What are we doing? Why are you throwing the ball 35 to 40 yards downfield? Like, what are we doing?
Did you read that the Eagles sent like cheesesteaks, Philly cheesesteaks over to Doug Peterson, the coaching staff, like meals and all? Here you go, my guys.
Thank you for beating the Cowboys. Thank you. Oh my god.
Oh man. And then unfortunately, go ahead.
No, I have a coworker. Who's a Cowboys fan, right?
Oh no.
So for this week, it's every day's been a different theme for like for Christmas and the season's Hanukkah and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walked up to him one day because we were supposed to wear blue and white one day. So I walked up to him and I'm like, "You're wearing blue and white, but aren't you a Cowboys fan?" He's like, yeah, I was like, so why are you wearing a Michael Pittman Colts jersey? He was like, I was supposed to wear blue and white, but after that embarrassing loss, I refused to wear any Cowboys jersey.
So you pick a Colts jersey,
The Colts jersey.
bro. You know how
I'm not,
embarrassed you got to be of the Cowboys to wear a Colts jersey.
yo, and I was like, I'm not rocking. First of all, that's one. Two, I'm not rocking any other team's jersey regardless. Like, I'm not doing that. Like when I was younger, yes, I would wear a jersey for the person. Like now, I'm not wearing. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, well, I like wearing the Eagles jersey. Just be like, oh, well, I hate the Eagles, but I like Miles Sanders. So, like, no, I like Miles Sanders, but I'll support you from afar. Like, just because
No,
you went to Penn State, I'm not wearing an Eagles jersey. Like, that's like you wearing a Dolphins or a Bills jersey.
I like
Like,
Josh Allen. Everybody in chat in our chat rooms knows how much I love Josh Allen. Like I wanted
right?
my chest to pick him, but I'm not getting a Josh Allen jersey. I'm sorry.
Like, and
Like just
then
like you, Miles Sanders from afar, but like Josh, you're looking so damn
right,
good. You'd be better in the
yeah,
game green though.
yeah. I do that all the time. I'm like, damn, Miles, just come be one and just be A and B, 1 and 2 with Saquon, just like back in Penn State days. Like you followed like you were about his backup. Just be his Robinson's Batman. Like, come on, man, you're
That
gonna
would be
get wasted
nasty.
over there.
That
Oh,
would be
it'd
nasty.
be fucking, it'd be sick. It'd
God,
be sick.
I'd be like, can we borrow
Oh
your backfield
man.
just for a couple games?
Yeah, like let me just get Miles for a bag of chips. Like, come on, you're not using them. Like
Yeah,
you got Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott. You got them. You don't need Miles. Come on, come over here real quick.
yeah.
You and Saquon back at it. It was. And then today he wore a Packers jersey, and I was like, "Oh man, you just I don't know, you're
Really,
weird."
a Packers
Yeah,
jersey?
he wore a Packers jersey today. I
All right.
because today you had to wear green for the Grinch.
Okay, so
Like,
this is one thing my cousin taught me when I started watching football. He was like, "Hey, you can have two teams, but they have to be in different conferences.
conferences.
They can't be in the same." I'm like, "What do you mean? I can't like the Jets and say like the Niners, not the Niners, like any other team in the AFC." He's like, "No, because if they're playing in
Yeah,
the,
like the
the
Jets and the Chargers.
yeah, if they're playing in the AFC Conference Championship, that no, if they're playing Super Bowl is different." But there's a lot that has to happen for your two teams to play in the Super Bowl. But the fact that a lot less has to happen for them playing the championship game, it's no. He's like two different teams from different conferences, and you're okay. So I
Another
try.
one of my coworkers said that yesterday because he was like, yo, man, because he's a Vikings fan. He was like, yo, we're arch enemies this week and coming up on Saturday. And I was like, I know. So it's gonna be a tough game for him because I said we're still down to Dory and McKinney, and I was like, we're gonna have a tough time trying to guard freaking JJ and Osborne and Thielen and Hawkinson and watch and account for DP4. And he was just like, yo, you know what's funny though, man? Like my second favorite team was the Giants. So if we ever played the NFC Championship game, I'd be okay with either. And I was just like, no, no. I was just like, I'm not accepting that. You can't be you can't cheer for two teams in the same conference. Like
No,
I don't accept that.
no, like
That's like
I can't pick a team in the NFC. I can't. I if you're a Jets fan, you cannot be a Giants fan. You can't root for two teams like that. The only time I root for the Giants in Super Bowl was because they were playing the Patriots. I'd rather root for the Giants than the Patriots. Pretty much how it goes. I'm a fan of two teams, the Jets and anybody playing against the Patriots. Pretty much.
I'm gonna say I'm a fan of the Giants and any team playing any other team in our division. Like whoever beats the Cowboys, Eagles, and the Commanders every week, I'm a fan of you. Like for
Oh
real. Until
man,
you play us, then you need to lose by 50.
yeah.
Like
Let's go back to this
that's
though.
how it always is.
Yeah. So then the next one was the Lions versus the Jets, which it was actually a pretty good game. And then Mike White, aka just QB launcher, it just couldn't go because
Just
he got
terrible.
he got folded into a lawn chair when he played against the Bills. Um, if you don't
That's
if you don't if you don't believe so, let me show you the picture. I have I have proof. I have proof.
oh Lord.
I'll
This
just
man.
say, I'll just say, this is not the way your body was meant to be folded into. This is not the way. Your body is not meant to fold like that. No, it is not.
You're just wrong. You're just wrong and cold. I don't know why you're like this. I don't know why you're like this.
Here's a better picture of it. Like it's not meant to be folded like this, bro. It's not. Your body's not meant to go. It's just not. It really isn't, dude. Like, tell me, is your body meant to fold like that? No, no. And then they wonder why he has like 3 broken ribs or something, and he has trouble
Yeah,
breathing. Look at this. Look at that. Like I can't even do it. I'm like,
that's bad. That's really bad. Like,
so my boy Daryl was like, oh yeah, his injury is not that bad. They're just trying to make time to see what they got with Zach Wilson. They know what they got in Mike White. He might be the quarterback going forward, but they want to see what they got with Zach Wilson. They can salvage anything. I'm like, Daryl, his body's not supposed to bend that way. It's not. It's not. That's a lawn chair that folds like that. Not a human body. Like, no. No. Has nothing to do with Zach Wilson. Has to do with Mike White's ribs being
yeah,
probably dislocated and popped out and somewhere hanging out like in his chest area.
that's bad.
Yeah, man. So Zach Wilson didn't do so bad into this game. He did all right.
Yeah, no, I thought he did fine. I thought he did as much as he could.
I mean, look, he didn't do as bad as he normally did. So, like I said, you cannot blame him for the loss against the Lions. It was an all around like team loss. Mostly like defenses had issues with the Lions offense. It just happens that way. Sometimes it just happens. Anything can happen on a game of Sunday. So on this one, the defense has to suck it up and kind of figure it out. Zach Wilson just needs to go from what happened in this game against the Lions, keep it up, and improve on it even more. Because if he wants that starting job back, he literally said, okay, I did this. All right, cool. I did what I could. We came close, but it's stuff that was out of my hands. Nothing to do with me this time. Had nothing to do with me is why we lost. But he needs to look at this game, continue what happened here for the following week against the Jags, this week or tomorrow against the Jags, and improve on that and try and see if he can lead us to a win. Because we are still in the playoff hunt, which we look at the playoff picture after this. And then we both picked the Cards against the Broncos. I don't know what the hell we were thinking.
I mean, I just felt like it was going to be a shit game anyway. So,
well, I think what it was, we didn't expect Colt McCoy to get knocked out of the game with a freaking concussion, though.
That either. I remember I said like I think Colt's a more experienced quarterback than Brett Rippon, so I'm gonna go with Colt McCoy. So and then like you said, and I love Trace McSorley. He's from Penn State, but he wasn't ready to play that game. He had to, so or this week I should say. So I don't know how far they're gonna get though. So
yeah, and the next game was an interesting one. The next one probably had the best ending for this week, if not the season. The Patriots losing to the Raiders on the last play of the game. With the score tied at 24, they just down the ball and go to overtime. Figured out at that point. No, the player went. Who was it? It was
Kobe Myers.
Yeah, just wanted to be fancy with it. Throw the ball back to of all people, Mac Jones. All people, Mac Jones.
Yeah,
and it gets picked off and taken to the house.
I don't know what he was thinking on that. Like it was 24-24. You weren't losing the game. There was no need to sit up here and try to do something like that. and you sat here and Stevenson. First off, he's wrong too because you shouldn't have pitched it back in the first place either. Like you got your run, you ripped off 15, 20 yard, whatever. Like you weren't going to score him. I'm sorry, like it wasn't going to happen. You were you were by the sideline with like 8 people around you. You weren't going anywhere. Just go out of bounds. Like so, you went and you started the madness by doing that stupid ass pitch and just jumping and throwing it back to him. He took 5 steps and then he looked and launched it 40 yards back the other way. Like, what kind of lateral was that? Like, and then you had Chandler Jones just standing there watching it, like, all right. And he just,
I
and
look
then
at
he
that.
just,
I'm like, I would hit pause. Like the moment he knew he fucked up,
like,
he lets the ball go through. He's like, oh,
what are you doing? Like, and then Chandler Jones just like turned around and just looked at Mac Jones, and Mac Jones was like, "Ah, shit." And Chandler just like pushed his face into the dirt. It was like, "Yeah, okay." It just like took off. And I was sitting here dying. I was like, "Mac, you gotta make that tackle. Like you gotta make that tackle, Mac Jones. Like I make that. Come on, 10 times out of 10. Like you gotta make that tackle."
yo,
Like,
no.
just blame it on him because he didn't. He knew what was gonna happen. Like you gotta make that tackle, Mac. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Like people were all over Twitter talking about how the NFL is rigged now because of that game. Everybody was just like, the NFL is fake. It's rigged because a Bill Belichick coach team would never do anything like that. Like, and they knew that what's it called? Something I don't know. It was like the so and so bought off this game for the Raiders because Bill Belichick and Joe Judge was over there and blah blah. They would never have a special teams or they would never have an offensive unit or just players in general that would do something so stupid. They're too well coached for that. But so and so bought this game for the Raiders and I don't know. I was like, you can't like I don't know. People were talking about how they like paid the Patriots money to blow this game on purpose. I'm like I was just like, no. Like, no. Like, you guys sound like idiots. Sit up here like, oh, battle back this hard the entire game, and then tell Jacoby Myers to lateral the ball back 40 yards through the air. Like, that sounds like a rigged job to you, huh? Okay. Oh my gosh. Just stupid.
Yeah, every sport has that. Every sport has that.
Oh
I mean, it
man.
happened lately with the World Cup, and everybody's like, "Oh, it was rigged for Messi to win. It was this. This is why you could tell." Like, really, you like I want to be like, are you a Ronaldo fan or are you an anti-Messi fan completely? Like, which of the two, or is it both? Like,
Probably a bit of both, to be honest.
yeah, yeah. So, all right, and after that, we had the Chargers versus the Titans, which the Chargers won. You had the Chargers, I had the Titans. I thought Derrick Henry was going to pull. And the fact that in my fantasy league, that man walked off for 50 points in that game alone is crazy.
Mets traded their catcher. Interesting.
The
A little
catcher.
baseball
Mm.
news. Just reading
Yeah. The
after
game
Christmas.
after that, we had the Bengals versus the Bucks. We both had the Bengals. I was a little worried because Joe Burrow is my quarterback, and he had a rough first half, but he came through in the first half. In the second half, with 14 through 4 TD throws, passes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his yards just weren't there. He had like a $1.99.
Yeah. I'll take the TDs, though, man. 6 points right there at
Oh
the
yeah,
top.
I'll take TDs too. I lost a freaking fantasy game by like 2 points because of that.
I'm in my semifinals.
I'm in the semifinals for one. One I lost first round to a guy who made the playoffs at 6-8. A joke, but it's his league. Okay, you want to talk about rigged?
Oh, my gosh.
Shouldn't be shouldn't be in a playoff with a losing record.
No, sure not. Is that a money league?
Yep,
Oh, yeah. I say it's right.
I lost by like 2.7 points, something like that, and because freaking Zay Jones decided to have three touchdown receptions.
Yeah, he had popped off for somebody for 50 points in my league.
It's 35 points. Oh, he had like 109 yards receiving, like 3 touchdowns. Like Zay freaking Jones, really? It's more
Yeah,
touchdowns he's had his whole life.
he's actually been popping off for the last 3 weeks. Apparently, he became Lawrence's favorite receiver just now.
T.
But
Haw's been balling for me. I have him in fantasy too.
who?
Trevor Lawrence, he's been balling. I have him
Yeah,
as a fantasy quarterback too. He's been doing really well. I gotta check lineups and stuff now that there's a game Thursday, game tomorrow. I haven't I checked one fantasy lineup. The other one, I'm in like a consolation game for like fourth. And I'm like, man, I don't care about this. Battling for fourth place. Like I care.
and then the Giants versus the Commanders. You had your Giants. I had the Commanders. Why the hell did I pick the Commanders? The hell was I thinking?
I don't know.
Fuck, man. Was that like in a Cobra Commander kind of mood or some shit? I don't know what the hell was I thinking.
I have no clue.
And the Monday night game, the Packers versus the Rams, or the Rams at the Packers. We both had the Packers on that one, so we got that one right. I gotta start adding these numbers and see what we got. One day.
One day.
All right, let's check this out. All right, so here we got the NFC playoff picture. The teams that clinched the spot so far: the Eagles, the Niners, the Cowboys, and the Vikings. In the hunt, the Bucks, the Giants, the Commanders on the bubble, the Seahawks, the Lions, the Packers, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Falcons. Here's the funny thing. The freaking Falcons are on the bubble when they shut their team down for the season. So you're being to tell me now that you're not trying, now that you don't care about making the playoffs, now they're going to make the playoffs. Should have done this crap like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, or further than that before. But like the fact that division is literally trash, with the Bucks probably going to make the playoffs, clinching their division with the losing record, speaks a lot of volume on that division being very, very bad this year. Terrible. Garbage. You got the Saints in there as well. Like it's the only one missing is the who's missing from that division now? Shit. Oh. It's on top of my tongue.
What division?
The NFC South.
You have the Bucks, you have the Saints, the Panthers, and the Falcons. That's all of them.
Oh wait, all three of them are in that. Damn it, bro! I was like so fucking late. I'm so fucking dumb.
Yeah,
but the fact that
all like 6 and 8 or something like that. Or
no, they're like 7, 8. They're losing records, man.
I know, it's just like 6 and 8 or something like that. I know they're all losing records.
Oh yeah. The fact that that's like that is ridiculous, bro.
And I think the Lions and the Seahawks are both like 7-7. It's like the year the Rams went to. It's like the year the Rams went to the playoffs and they were 7-9 and won the division.
All right, here we go. So the Bucks are 6 and 8. Everybody else, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Falcons are all 3 5 and 9. Like you got to be kidding me.
Somebody's going to get in with a losing record because you can't have. They already lost 9 games. There's what 17. The most you can do is 8 and 9.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to have a losing record regardless, unless it's the Patriots. Not Patriots. Unless it's the Bucks, and the Bucks go 9 and 8.
No, there's 2 games. There's 2 games left. Right?
No, it's 3. 17-game season.
What the hell?
The Giants have the Vikings, the Colts, and the Eagles left.
Oh, 2 games after this. My bad. Not 2
Yeah.
weeks. Well, 2 weeks after this is left. So the worst case scenario, the Bucks running through, they're 9-8, just one game
That's what I'm
over
saying.
500, like you said.
Yeah.
But let's see who the Bucks have. Like, so this week they have the Cardinals, which they should be, because the Cardinals freaking limping. Then they got the Panthers and they got the Falcons. After this week, they literally start taking each other apart. It's gonna be interesting to see. All right, so that's the picture for the NFC. The Eagles literally has first, followed by the Vikings, and the Cowboys already pretty much clinched the wild card because they're not. I don't think they're going to catch up to the Eagles.
Nah, but they already clinched the spot in the playoffs because the Giants won. Because the Giants won, they locked the Cowboys in. It's the only reason I kind of hated that win. Gave the Cowboys a freaking playoff spot. They're going to get in anyway, but just the fact that us winning got them in pisses me off.
Yeah, I think it'll be crazy though. The fact that the NFC East could probably send all the teams in, just like the
all,
AFC.
all four could be in the playoffs. It's crazy.
The AFC East, I think, is the same.
I know. Man.
Let me see. Shit, what is wrong? I think the
What's up
AFC
with
East.
what does the week look like?
This is the AFC. Clinch the playoff spots are the Bills and the Chiefs. Right? In the hunt, we got the Bengals, Titans, Ravens, Chargers, and the Dolphins. On the bubble, Patriots, my Jets, Jaguars, the Raiders. I don't even get how the Raiders got in there, but they got in there. The Browns, the Steelers, and the Colts.
That division isn't that good.
Yes.
So these two teams clinched. The Bengals are going to win their division, so I'm not worried about that either.
The Bengals are 10-4. They just got to win one more game because
which leaves the AFC South.
Yeah, which is the Titans at 500 right now.
That's such a weak division this year. I think the Ravens will probably get a wild card spot, and then I think it'll be between the Chargers and the Dolphins. But then again, I don't know. I think you got to see how Lamar comes back.
See, here's the thing. The Jets and the Patriots are at 7 at 500. Okay, there's 3 weeks left, 3 games left in that, like this week and 2 more weeks. So a lot can happen where the Ravens, the Chargers drop, and the Jets and the Patriots move up. You know what I mean?
Where's no, everybody else in the AFC South is just a non-factor. I know you got the Texans are like 1-11, so I know
the
they're
Colts.
out.
The Colts are like a far shot, and the only reason they're still in there with the Jags is because of the fact that the Titans have 7 wins, and there's 3 games left. So literally, the only way for them to get in is for the Titans to lose this week and the following 2 weeks. The Colts run the table, and the Jags have to lose at least 1 or 2 games. You know what I mean?
I see the Jags schedule. The Jags gonna make a late push, and that's it. I just want to see. That's what I have.
So the Jags play the Jets this weekend. Next week they play the Texans, and they end the season with the Titans.
The Jags could win out. I'm not gonna lie.
The Titans play the Texans this week, the Cowboys next week, and the
And they're
end of
gonna
season with
lose.
the Jaguars. The
That
Colts,
could potentially 2 losses.
on the other hand, they play the Chargers this week. They play you
A
guys
loss.
next week, and
Hopefully
they
a loss.
end the season with the Texans.
That's a toss up. Probably a win though.
The Chargers game, I'm not even gonna lie. The Chargers game to me is a toss up, and the reason why I say that is because the Chargers, their offense is a threat, but their defense is like hurting right now.
Their defense is just the defense isn't good, and their offense is they're just inconsistent because their O line isn't the greatest. And that when Rashawn Slater went down, it affected them a lot.
Right,
Austin
and
Eckler's having a down year. Mike Williams can't stay on the field. You know,
nor can what's it called?
Keenan Allen just came back.
Yeah, they
He's
both
been
came back. They both came
yeah,
back.
but Mike Williams got hurt again. Like he's been like he came back and then he limped off the same game, like limping and messing. He messed his ankle at the same time he came back.
Oh,
So he's
jeez.
been like 50-50 every week. He's been limping around, and so Keenan Allen is back. Keenan Allen's kind of has been balling the past 2 weeks, but Mike Williams is still banged up. And then you have Josh Palmer. Josh Palmer's doing a little something, and then I think DeAndre Carter, whatever his name is, who's not doing bad either. Eckler's banged up too. They were running Josh Kelly a lot last week. So the Chargers are banged up on both sides of the ball, which a lot of people are at this point in the season anyway. It's December football. It's damn near
Yeah.
playoff football. So everybody's going to be at like 60, 75%, but got to do what you got to do. But they're just that all the injuries and all the people not being on the field just messes with the consistency of the offense. So it might be a toss up, but we'll see. Hopefully they can just pull it out. I know Jonathan Taylor's done for the season with the Colts officially, so but even then the Colts still have the kid Deion Jackson who's been running well for them, and they have Zach Moss who's been helping out what's his guy over there. So I don't know. Let's get these picks because
All right. The Jags at the Jets.
I'm gonna go with the Jaguars on this one.
Really? Really?
Yeah,
Joe, really?
I have to. The Jags are playing good football right now, and they just come off of beating the Cowboys. So
Look, man.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Jaguars this game. I don't know if I want to play Trevor Lawrence in fantasy against their defense, but I'm gonna go with the Jags this one. I think that again. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think What's which Zach Wilson are you going to get? Are you going to get a Zach Wilson who's not going to turn the ball over and make good plays? Is he going to be smart with the ball? Is he going to hit his routes with time, or is he just going to be stupid with the ball? People are already asking for you guys. People are asking for you guys to move on from him and trade him and everything already. So this is a big game to keep you guys relevant in playoff hunt. So is he going to come in the clutch, or is he going to screw you guys? So, um, I think the Jaguars are just kind of riding a hot streak right now. I think I want to take the Jags in this one.
See,
I know you're taking the Jags.
I thought we were figuring this out, man. I thought we were on the good path. And I apologize for picking the Commanders, man. Really, I apologize for picking the Commanders. But I got a couple questions for you. Where is the game being played at? It's not Dallas. It's not Dallas.
They didn't play in Dallas last week either. They're at home. They're in Duval.
It's not in Duval either. We're playing in MetLife Stadium. It's the freaking Jets. You know what? Fuck that shit. It's the motherfucking Jets, not the damn Cowboys. All right. Put some respect on Zach Wilson for this week.
Oh my god!
I'm going with the Jets. This thing with the Jags has got to end. They're going to MetLife. It's gonna end.
It's gotta end.
It's gonna end. We're gonna keep our playoff hopes alive. The Jags, arrivederci. Go watch AEW. Have a nice day.
Okay, who's next? What we got next?
Wrong one.
Yeah.
I keep going back to this.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You put this like every other slide. What did you do?
No, I hit the back button. I hit the back button instead of hitting the forward button.
Curse you to the back button.
And I got it on the click, so I have to wait each time. Click, click, click. It looks nice though. It looks pretty. It looks
It does.
pretty.
It's very nice to look at. I'll give you that.
Wait,
With the
wait till wait
background and
wait till
everything.
the wait till the teens in the bubble start going away. Watch what I do with that. Oh, I gotta think for that.
You just
Yeah,
have
buddy.
having too much fun with this.
All right. The Falcons at the Ravens.
I'm going Ravens on this one. I believe Lamar Jackson is going to be back. It's in Baltimore. The Ravens are coming off of an ugly loss against the Browns, so I think they're going to be coming in pissed off. And I think they're going to get after Desmond Ritter early and often. I love Desmond Ritter as a quarterback prospect. I liked him out of Cincinnati, but he struggled heavily against the Saints last week. And it was ugly. I think he was like at 1.6 of 17 or 6 of 21 or something like that. So I think the Ravens are going to get after him defensively. And like I said, I think Lamar's going to be back, and I think that running tax is going to be too much for the for the Falcons. So I'm going Ravens at home.
I'm going with the Ravens as well, but mine's a little different. I think they're gonna hold on to Lamar for one more week. Go with Huntley, and J.K. Dobbins is gonna tear up the Falcons defense.
I don't know. I think Lamar's playing this week because I had picked up Huntley for fantasy, and Huntley has is scheduled for no points this week in fantasy. So I think Lamar might be back unless they're going to go with somebody else at quarterback.
Could be, but I just don't think they should be going crazy with it, and they need to make sure that they're okay with oh they're okay with Lamar going further deep because of the fact that they need to look at what they have for the playoffs if they're going to try to make a playoff push or not. Because the last thing you want is to put Lamar out there, he gets hurt again, and then you're not even going to have for the playoffs. Because Lamar gives you the best chance to win a playoff game. Like he could carry your team for a game or two in the playoffs. You know, so yeah. I'm trying to see if there's any news on Lamar real quick. Right here. His knee's questionable for the game. It was his PCL. He didn't practice Wednesday. He hasn't practiced and suffering a PCL sprain in his left knee. And is in danger of missing a third consecutive game when the Ravens host the Falcons on Saturday. The team hasn't ruled Jackson out yet, but the team once again seems to be preparing for Tyler Huntley to start. That was as of 9 hours ago. So, like I said, just sit Jackson down, let him heal from that MCL sprain. The last thing you want is that MCL sprain becoming something else, and then now not only are you going to miss him for the rest of the season and the playoffs, but majority of next season as well. You don't want that. You don't want that. You know what I mean? It's yeah. So, all right, we both got the Ravens on this one for different reasons. We see their path of winning in a different way, but we both got the Ravens.
Yeah.
Next game is the Lions at the Panthers.
You know where I'm going. I'm going on the Lions on this one. The Lions have been on a hot streak recently. How can you bet against it? Like for better or worse, they came in and they started the season off 1-6, and now they've ripped off. Now they're 6-1 in their last 7 to make them 7-7 and firmly in the playoff picture. Saint the not the Saints, the Panthers are also in the playoff picture, but they're at 5-9. And this one, if they lose this one, they're done. So I understand what's on the line for the Panthers, but after losing that game last week to the Steelers, I think it's pretty much done for them. Like the Steelers aren't in the playoff picture really. I mean, they're kind of in the hunt bubble, but like the Steelers aren't really that good of a team this year. So after the Panthers had a couple good wins, especially beating the Seahawks in Seattle against the 12th man, um, I think it's just going to be too much for them. I don't think they're going to beat the Lions this week. I said I'll be surprised if the Lions lose this game after beating us, after beating you guys. Just again, six in a row, 6 out of the last 7. I think I'll be very surprised if they lose to this game to the Panthers. So I'm going Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lions too. I mean, the Lions have better options and weapons than the Panthers do right now. I mean, at least the Lions are dead set on their quarterback. The Panthers literally have been playing QB carousel this whole season. They traded for Baker Mayfield. That man was so desperate to get out of Cleveland. He took a freaking pay cut. He started a couple games for them, and then once he found out he wasn't in their plans, he's like, "Guess release me, cut me." And he goes to the Rams, and there is another fiasco over there for them. So, yeah, the Panthers are literally the only reason they were in or they are in the playoff hunt or the bubble is because that division is it's just trash right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason.
They're a game back of the 6 and 8 Bucks at 5 and 9.
And so are the Falcons, and so are the Saints, and it's just crazy. At 5 and 9, you're still in the fight for a division title. It's ridiculous, and that's the only way a team from the NFC South is going to make it. Because after that, it ain't going. All right, what's next on this docket here? The Bills at the Bears.
I'm going Bills. I'm not even explaining this one. I'm going Bills.
I'm going Bills too. Why would you even go the other way? Unless the Bills were sitting players down. But that shouldn't happen until week 18, though.
Yeah, I ain't hear nothing about that, so I'm going to go Bills till further notice.
Yep. The Saints at the Browns.
This is like a Thursday night game to me. This is just an annoying one. Nobody wants to care or see about. I'm going to. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say the Saints. I'm gonna go to the Saints. They're in Cleveland.
Saturday night game.
They're in Cleveland, and it's probably gonna be cold there. But I'm gonna go Saints on this one. I think the Browns beat the Ravens, which was cool, but it was a divisional game, and the divisional games always go any old type of way. There's no really all rhyme and reason kind of goes out the door when divisional games start to happen. So I'm gonna take a page out of your book on this one and say the Browns are gonna be the Browns. So I'm gonna take a page out of your book. I'm gonna go Saints on this one.
I want to say that I really do. I want to say the Browns are gonna be the Browns, but bro, the Saints are back to being the Aints this season. So you have the Aints versus the Browns. The Browns, which will be the Browns, and the Browns do what the Browns do best, versus the Aints and
they're going to be the Aints until they get a quarterback. They ain't got one of those.
Whose turd is heavier? Damn, I'm so freaking mean. I would have the Saints or Browns fan in the freaking right here, right now. Probably giving me the freaking word. Fuck you, QB lawn chair. You trash ass. Hope you get folded like a lawn chair too. I tried to fold myself, but I can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. I'm sorry,
man. Yeah, I listen. If the Browns win, I won't be surprised at all. I'm just gonna go against the grain, I guess, on this one. I'm gonna go Saints on this one.
The Chiefs will host the Seahawks.
This is a good one.
The Chiefs already clinched their playoff spot.
Yeah, but you want that 1 seed.
It's gonna be a while if they get that 1 seed.
They want that 1 seed. I know they do.
Oh, trust me. We saw what the 1 seed does in a Chiefs-Bills game.
They want that one seed. They ain't gonna mess around.
No,
Um,
because them Chiefs Bills games in the playoffs is classic football, bro. Them shits is no joke.
I re- oh,
Geno
if I
Smith's
did,
having a career year, bro.
I was getting ready to say like if I didn't just pick the Saints to beat the Browns in Cleveland, I might have picked the Seahawks to beat the Chiefs this game. Um, my only factor is I think the Chiefs defense. I think their front seven is going to get after Geno, and the only other thing is because they're going to have some matchup problems. They are just as far as guarding DK, but I think Mahomes is going to outdo Geno, which sounds crazy to even say. And uh, I just, like I said, I don't know if the Seahawks O line is going to be able to hold up. Now, on the flip side, especially if Kenneth Walker is healthy, I don't know about that Saints run. I don't know about that Chiefs run defense. I don't know how they're going to be good against that run game because their O line for the Seahawks has opened up some holes for Kenneth Walker and company over there. So it's going to be interesting. I think I will give it to the Chiefs simply because they are in Arrowhead, and I think that crowd's going to play a huge factor. You can pick the Seahawks. I'm not surprised if you
I
pick the
knew
Seahawks.
you were gonna say the Chiefs. I put you down for Chiefs already. I knew you were gonna say
Yeah,
Chiefs.
it's just the Arrowhead. I think the Arrowhead crowd. It's like being in the Seahawks, like the 12th man. Like that crowd factor is crazy.
Yeah, if it was any other team that played in a dome, I say yes. But the fact that Seattle's used to playing with that noise with the 12th man, even if it's in their favor, but it prepares you for when you're on the road and it's not in your favor. So in this aspect, that's why I'm thinking. To me, I don't think it plays that much of a factor.
I get it. I get it.
So I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm not Chiefs, the Seahawks. Sorry, because I believe that Geno, because he could still run the ball, man. Don't forget that.
No,
So
yeah.
if that pocket collapse, he will move and he will tuck and go if he has to. And I don't think the Chiefs defense is ready for that. I mean, they should be ready because, bro, if you are the Chiefs, you literally one of the teams you have to prepare for is the Bills, and Josh Allen would pick up and run with that ball if he has to, and that's like freaking trying to tackle another running back.
And it's like I won't be surprised at all because I mean I won't be surprised if the Chiefs win. I mean Saints win. The Seahawks win. Even the Saints. I don't know why. I won't be surprised if the Seahawks win because the Chiefs are already lost to the Bengals. So I mean the Bengals are a solid team, but I they already lost to them. So I won't be surprised if the Seahawks win.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks on this one. I think Geno's gonna have a big game. So if you have
I will.
Geno, I think he'll have a big game for you guys if you have him on the fantasy team.
It'll be a good one.
Yeah, your Giants at the Vikings.
I mean, I'm gonna go Giants here, but I'm gonna go Giants because I'm not gonna bet against my team. But it's gonna be, it's gonna be. I sound like a broken record because I say it damn near every week it seems lately. But it's just gonna be another tough ask. It really is. The main thing just being that I won't even say three-headed monster. It's almost like a damn five-headed monster over there for the Vikings offense. And we're not getting a Dory Jackson. He's not going to be back this game. We're still down Xavier McKinney. So it comes down to who's guarding JJ, who's guarding KJ, who's guarding Thielen, who's guarding Hawkinson, and then you also have to take an account of Dalvin Cook. So the only thing I will say to us is defense wise, we're probably going to put Landon Collins and Tony Jefferson at the linebacker spot more, which we should have been doing anyway. We're really fit at linebacker, but we actually just released Tate Crowder today, who was starting at the beginning of the season and just kind of fell out of favor. Um, so it should move to land. It should be a nod to Landon and Tony getting more play time. I think that our biggest chance of hanging around and potentially winning that game is being able to get after Kirk Cousins. We got after Taylor Heineke last week. Kayvon Thibodeau had a monster game, Azeez Ojulari had a good game. Dexter Lawrence tore up. What's the main thing for us going into this game is being able to try to try to contain JJ as best as possible and not giving up not giving up contain because our ends have a tendency, and I don't know if it's just them being them or if it's a scheme thing, but both Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau have a tendency of giving up contain, and the running back gets off around the edge and they're off to the races, and that's the last thing you want for Dalvin Cook to be on your edge, flying down the field free. We ain't catching him, so
if he doesn't get hurt.
yeah, this guy. So like I said,
Am I lying?
no, you're not. No, you're not lying. But like,
It sounds messed up, but
it's. I'm a Giants fan, so I have to go with the Giants on this one. But realistically, like, it's going to be a tough ask for us. So
if the Giants can play like the Colts did to get that lead, it's game over for the Vikings because of the fact the Giants are not the Colts and they will not give up that lead. You might be able to put 15, 20 points on the board on them, but you will not put over 30 points on them. I doubt it. And I doubt if they have a 33-point lead going into halftime going into second half or the third quarter or the fourth quarter, they're only going to put up 6 points. I'm sorry. If the Giants can put up 33 points in the first 2 quarters in the first half, you can expect some more points in the second half. And if the Vikings fall that far behind, good luck.
we gotta make Kirk Cousins uncomfortable. We have to get after. We got after Heinicke to 3.5 sacks last week.
Yeah,
our offense didn't even give up a sack.
And the thing is, I don't think the Vikings have the ability to contain the line. You know what I mean?
Like their line is decent, but I'll take our edge rushers over their O line.
Put it this way: whose line is better? The defensive line is better. The Giants or the Colts?
I would give a slight nod to us.
Right. Then you have to look at that.
That's why
and the rotation as well too, not just the starting part, but the rotation.
Oh no, I know, and that's the word. That's why I was thinking. That's why I was thinking, and like because I know they have. DeForest Buckner. They have Kwity Paye. They have Yannick Ngakoue. And they have somebody else over there too, the name was just on the tip of my tongue, and I completely forgot his name. But I know what we have. KT. I know we got Azeez. I know we got Cat Williams. I know we got Dexter, and then we also have like this kid Tamon Fox, who's undrafted free agent, who came out of nowhere, who actually has been playing decent. Jahal Ward. O'Shane Zimenez, another undrafted free agent, Ryder Anderson's coming, and he has like 3 sacks in the season. So
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's the Giants' rotation on that line. Starting plus rotation is better than the Colts. So that being said, the Giants should be able to make Kirk Cousins uncomfortable. They should be able to get some QB hurries and some sacks on top of that as well. And I won't be surprised to get some pass deflections, maybe an interception because coming off of that deflection as well. You know what I mean? And for that, that's why I have the Giants over the Vikings. And the fact that the Vikings let the Colts put up 33 points on them, it is concerning. And you're literally the winner of your division. Yeah, I don't think you're as tough as you think you are. I'm sorry.
No. A lot of people don't think so either. A lot of people think they're frauds. So
yeah, I'm starting to lean towards that way too. That's why I'm saying the Giants are nowhere near frauds. They're just in a tough division with an Eagles team that literally has like just lost 1 game. You know, and they might lose the rest of the season's games because of the fact that Jalen Hurts is hurt. You know, and that changes the whole identity on the offense completely. You know,
It
So
definitely does.
yeah, but the fact that they can literally have Hurts miss the last 3 games of the season, go into the playoffs, and still be okay, probably have a first round bye. They're going to be all right. If depending on who they play in the second round, though, I don't know. It's a different story. But yeah, the Giants should run away with this one. Next, the Bengals at the Patriots.
I'm gonna go Bengals. I think the Bengals are. I think the Bengals are the better team, and I think that the Bengals are fighting to stay on. We're gonna fight to stay on top of that division. I know the Ravens are right behind them, and like honestly, the whole team, every team in that division, the AFC North, is still in the hunt. Like they're in the hunt on the bubble or something. And they're
Yeah.
only like a game or two back of the Bengals, so I think
Oh,
the
if you
Bengals
want, I
are.
can go. I can go back and we could look at it again. I'm just saying.
No, no,
I keep going back to it. So one more time doesn't hurt, right?
no. I'm on limited energy. I'll fall asleep by the time I think it's done. Um, I guess I think I'm gonna take the Bengals on this one. The one thing that I know is that the Patriots D line is pretty solid, but the Bengals have added some pieces on that O line, and just along with that, again, you have to take into account for all the weapons the Bengals have. You have three really good receivers, and you have a great running back. Like you have Joe Mixon behind you. Samaje Perine stepped in when Joe Mixon went down and played admirably. And then again, you have Boyd Higgins and Jamar Chase. Like and the kid, Trent Irwin, I think his name is whatever. Burrow loves him too. So you have 3, 4 really good receivers, and
Yep.
I don't think the Patriots are going to be able to hang with that.
Yeah, I think they're getting the tight end back too. Hayden Hurst.
Mm. So there you go. I'm going Bengals.
Yeah, I I'm going Bengals as well. I mean, yeah, it's Bill Belichick, but Matt Patricia and the players are just they're not doing it. They're not doing it. Bengals all the way.
Yeah.
plus,
Travis Hunter officially went to Colorado.
really?
Yeah.
So all that hype around all that, I was like, okay. Because I did like I said in the chat, I was like, I didn't want him to go to Miami because if he goes to Miami, it's going to be just to mess with the Florida State fans because of how they treated him when he decommitted from Florida State to go to Jackson State. I'm like, really, the kid just changed schools. Like, I get it, but when you're a player like in his position where you can learn to play your position better from one of the best to ever do it in your position, why the hell not?
And the kid plays both sides of the ball. It's like he plays receiver quarter. Like, like he plays both sides. Why not just go off and
Yeah.
do both? Why not?
Yeah. So I'm happy for him. I want to see what he can do over there. Now he's gonna do Division One, so I want to see what he does. He was a 5-star recruit that we had at Florida State, and then before he decommitted with Jackson State. It's one thing playing at the HBCU level, and it's a different thing playing against Division One. I don't remember when's the last time somebody from the HBCU got drafted into the NFL.
Shaq Leonard.
When was that?
Oh, 5, 6 years ago, I want to say.
Yeah, before that.
I gotta tell you.
Exactly. HBCU's teams are not being looked at too much. It's just, and that's the thing. And Dion was bringing eyes to it, but things like that. So let me stop because we'll get into a whole conversation about that one. So,
I
all right,
want to
so
say Javon Hargrave is from the HBCU. There's a couple that got drafted. I could be wrong though. Was Javon Hargrave? Where is he from?
all right, 4 players from the HBCU got drafted in 2022.
Okay, who?
4th round, Kansas City Chiefs selected Fayetteville State cornerback Joshua Williams.
Okay.
The Rams selected South Carolina State cornerback Tacoma Durant.
Okay.
Jackson State linebacker James Houston the fourth by the Detroit Lions.
Mm.
And Southern offensive tackle Ja'Tyre Carter by the Bears in the 7th round. Yeah, this is after Deion Sanders and other HBCU coaches voiced their frustration with the lack of players drafted in 2021 NFL draft. And I get the frustration because those are your kids, but everybody looks at Division One as a top tier. That's where all the top colleges play. If you're not there, it's harder to get your eyes on your team and your players.
I don't know. It's tough because every year in the NFL they be pulling out D2 and D3 kids. So I'm like, you can't look past like you can't look past HBCUs for D3 schools. I don't know exactly what it is like, but it doesn't make sense to me. Like they're looking over here like Ali Marpett's and everything coming from D3 schools and Alex Kappas from D3 schools. Like, oh, this guy's a great, this guy's a beast. So you're telling me there's not like a D1 kid in the HBCU like Grambling or Howard or something like that that's not better than these guys? Like, you're telling me there's not, like even like Quinn Minor. It's like you're telling me there's not like kids in the HBCUs that can't ball like that. So I don't know if it's just like like getting your eyes on a thing, or I don't know if it's just like we just don't want to look at them. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. Like it's almost like it almost feels like they're blackballed because they don't even get to go to like NFL combines or anything. No, it's I don't know. It's a couple different things. That's a whole other conversation though.
Yeah.
Um, As far as this game goes, I'm very tempted to text the Texans. Very tempted to take the Texans. Matter of fact, I'm taking the Texans on this one. Just I'm doing it. This will be the week that I don't get anything right. I don't care.
Holy
The
cow.
Texans. What?
Everson Walls went to Grambling State? I didn't know that.
Mm. The Texans. The past 2 weeks have almost knocked off two top teams in the league. Yes, they were that close. They were that close to beating the Cowboys and that close to beating the Chiefs. And both those teams are way better than the Titans. The Titans are struggling right now. The Titans are void of any weapons outside of uh Derrick Henry. Like they have the tight end Okonkwo, I think his name is, who's been doing pretty well these past couple of weeks. Treylon Burks can't stay healthy. Robert Woods is, Robert Woods is, I love Robert Woods, but Robert Woods is older. Tannehill is playing on like 1 foot right now. Like the Titans defense always keeps them in games. Vrabel's always going to keep his team in games with his defense, and I get that. But you tell me the Texans are what 1-11, 1-12, but
Yeah.
to me it's like you were hanging with the Chiefs, like score for score, you're hanging with the Chiefs. You were hanging with the Cowboys, playing well on defense, scoring touchdowns and everything. You just have trouble finishing. I think they're going to finish this week. So I think they're going to beat the Titans.
Oh, it's so tough. It's so tough. I want to pick the Texans, but Derrick Henry makes it so difficult. He really does. He has that ability to carry, and that's the thing is like I don't know if the Texans have the ability to contain him, where he's not going to run wild. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And that's the problem. Is like this is my concern. Is I'm playing against a guy who has Derrick Henry as his running back this week. But the Texans have been close
Damn,
numerous times for that upset.
there's a college football game on right now. There's a bowl game on right now.
Probably. I'm gonna go for it. I have to go for it. I'm going with the Texans. I need them to win. I need you to contain Derrick Henry, please. He cannot have 50 points. Like, bruh.
Oh,
Texans.
these guys are getting killed.
They're,
Jeez.
not, they need hook a Peruvian up. Just contain him. I don't care if y'all lose by 1. I don't care if you win by 12. Contain him. Put him in 8 in the box. He's a grown man. You guys are grown men too. Don't let him do that to you.
He's a grown man.
Oh,
This game it's the R&L Carriers Bowl. R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl.
who's playing?
Western Kentucky versus South Alabama.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. I'm sure you're probably gonna watch it for possibly any draft prospects.
No, it's on right now.
No. I'm saying you'll probably watch it once we're done. Probably now you'll probably be watching it now until the end to look at who's available for the year's draft. Knowing you,
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on some people. I mean, it's 41-17 in the third quarter, so
they're probably pulling the players out. Hey, get the freshman in. Hey, Billy, do you want to play?
I was just reading the bottom line because everybody is continuing to transfer still. Like, I saw earlier that JT Daniels is transferring to like his 4th team in 4 years. I don't understand him at all.
Oh, here's something crazy. So the Florida State recruiting class is decent. I think we're like top 20 or something like that. Like on the lower end or like lower end of the top 25. I can't remember. But the thing is, it's the transfers that we're getting that are the talented ones. You know, which I'm okay with. Like, I'm okay with having like decent like recruiting class. But if our transfers that come in are solid, that helps as well.
Yeah, this is like, it's crazy just like to watch all this stuff on the bottom line. Like, you got, like, I don't know. I'm just watching stuff on the bottom line, and as a like JT Daniels, was at USC. He was at Georgia. Um, he was at what West Virginia, and now he's going to 102 to 39. Goodness gracious!
What game was that?
South Carolina women's. Jeez, well they beat Coastal Carolina 139. Jesus, Lord design. And then
women's basketball.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And now JT Daniels is going to Rice. Said 4 schools in 4 years. I don't get it. And then Cal, their starting quarterback and their backup quarterback are both transferring.
Wow.
The starting quarterback left, and the backup and the number 2 quarterback both are transferring out of Cal.
That doesn't bode well for the head coach.
Not at all. I don't get it. Like, I know we're gonna probably fire Wilcox. I don't think he's gonna be there anyway. But I just don't get it. Like,
but if that's the case, why don't you fire him before your 2 quarterbacks, your starting and the backup, transfer out? Out of the all the positions on your football team, the offensive line and the quarterback are the ones you cannot have transfer out and have to build and recruit again.
This kid's got some numbers, man. This kid, Austin Reed, is a starting quarterback for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. He's thrown for 4,700 yards. Has 40 touchdowns and 11 interceptions this year.
What class is he?
I don't know. It didn't say. His name's Austin Reed. He has 448 yards passing and 4 touchdowns and 1 interception tonight. 448 yards passing.
You know they were airing that shit out. Either that or the other teams that play defense. at all.
I ain't gonna airing it out. Hey, you know who else is from Western Kentucky? Mike White. You know who else is from Western Kentucky? Bailey Zappi.
That's Brett's guy. Where is Brett?
Oh man,
Billy. Where's Billy?
uh, he's Brett's just mad that I spoke into existence Kitty Pickett and not Bailey Zappi for the Steelers. My
Man,
man was talking all the junk in the world, and I was like, I'm telling you, why would this Pittsburgh Steelers let Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh? It doesn't make sense. They need a quarterback. He's down the street. You can go pick him up on the way to work every day.
they're not gonna make the same mistake like they did with Dan Marino again.
He's got the flow. Like, come on, man.
I forgot who they picked in
He's
that
short,
draft.
but he should definitely who.
The Steelers.
Uh, they should definitely go for it. Oh man, it wasn't like Tommy Maddox or something like that. Maddox was later on, I think. Um, as far as this game goes, I'm taking the Niners here. Um, I'm taking the Niners, and I'm taking the Niners, and I'm going to hope. I'm going to hope that the Niners uh, thoroughly destroy the Commanders, and in doing so, knock them out the playoff hunt. That is my sincerest hope.
Oh, okay. Going back to the Dan Marino and Steelers conversation. Okay, now I remember. I remember watching this. Okay, so the Steelers, instead of drafting Dan Marino, they drafted defensive tackle Gabriel Rivera, who unfortunately had an accident, a car accident, and ended his career.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, yeah, the 83 season progressed. Rivera slowly began to come on, getting 2 sacks in his first 6 games. Yeah, the same year he got drafted. October 20, 1983, Rivera was paralyzed in a car wreck. Driving while drunk, he crossed into another lane and collided with another vehicle. Yeah. Yep. His career, like, pop, cut short because of drunk driving. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, because they thought they were gonna pick the Steelers were gonna draft him. I remember watching
Oh,
it. I remember watching
oh,
that the ESPN 30 for 30 from Elway to Marino. They thought
I
he was going to pick him because they thought the Steelers were going to draft him because of the fact that Bradshaw was almost on his way out. He was like kind of declining, so he would have been the perfect one to replace him, especially being a Pittsburgh boy.
Yo,
But
I forgot. I read earlier. That reminded me on the bottom line change, uh, not to change focus, but I forgot that Tannehill's out for season. Forgot about that.
Tannehill,
Yeah,
yeah, Texans going
he's
to win
a
that game.
yeah. He's likely out for season. So Texas got to deal with Malik Willis.
I thought he was done for the season.
Who Malik?
Yeah,
With what?
I thought it was his ankle. No,
Oh, I don't know. Got you. I don't know. Giannis dropped 45 tonight, and the Bucks still lost. Yeah. I don't know. Where are we going with this? I gotta go to bed.
I got the Niners as well. There's no reason to go away from that. I mean, I made a mistake in picking the Commanders last time. I made a mistake. Yeah, so I picked the Niners on this one. I think this is the last. No, this is not the last Saturday night game because these are all Saturday night games. So the Jaguars and the Jets, the Thursday night. Everything we've been talking about so far is a Saturday night game or a game on Saturday. Sorry, not Saturday night. Saturday, and this is the last Saturday afternoon game. The Eagles at the Cowboys. Pick your poison. No Jalen Hurts for the Eagles.
Uh,
They are getting Goddard back at tight end.
Dallas Goddard. I am going to. This one sucks because I don't want to cheer for the Eagles for anything, but
But you don't want to cheer for the Cowboys either.
not at all. Like not at all. Like
All right. The way I look at it is this way. I'd rather have the Eagles win because at that point the Cowboys start sliding a little further out, further back. Because right now the Eagles lost only one game, so they're like what 10, like not even 10-1. They're like what
11-1 or something
11
like that. 12-1, something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy the record. 13-1. Sorry,
There you go.
13-1. So it's like
Makes sense.
And the Cowboys are 10-4. You need the Cowboys to lose. Just let the Eagles win out more.
The Cowboys are just gonna. The only that it's just the Cowboys at this point is just gonna. It's just seeding because the Cowboys are gonna get the fifth or the sixth seed, and if they get the sixth seed, they're gonna see the Eagles again in the first round of playoffs.
Yeah.
And if they get the second, they're gonna see somebody else. So if I mean, shoot, I would prefer I would go take the Eagles on this one, even if Hurts isn't playing. I think Minshew will be more than enough. They'll lean on their weapons, lean on their run game, they'll lean on the defense. And I think I'm taking the Eagles here. I think they'll knock the Cowboys down.
The only thing Gardner Minshew can't do is probably he's not as mobile as Jalen Hurts. He's mobile. I'm not gonna take it away from he is mobile, but Jalen Hurts is more athletic and he's more mobile than Gardner Minshew is. Like, I'm sorry, if I have to pick a quarterback to run the first down for me, I'll take Jalen Hurts over Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew will give me the 5 yards, but Jalen Hurts could take it to the house or a long run. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Next game. The Raiders at the Steelers. And this is a Saturday night game. So this is a Saturday night game.
Who you got?
It's at Heinz Field. I'm sorry. I don't know what the name of it is, but I'm still calling it Heinz Field.
Nope. For sure.
Calling it Heinz Field.
It's not Heinz Field. You can't say that.
I'm saying it. Heinz Field. What they gonna do? Say something.
We're gonna get flagged.
I don't have a flag. I take the Steelers. I just don't think the Raiders. The Raiders got lucky last week with that win over the Patriots, with Jacoby Myers doing what he did, thinking Mac Jones was freaking Jalen Hurts or somebody or Josh Allen. He could grab the ball and run with it. I don't know. Just because he's white, he's not Josh Allen, bro. They don't all look the same, man. I'm just saying. Oh, he was thinking. That's the face of a thinker right there.
I'm going to go. I'll go Steelers. Why not? I'll go Steelers. I don't really remember the Raiders. I don't remember the Raiders going to Acrisure Stadium too many times. Yeah, I'm going Steelers on this one.
Here's the crazy thing: they're both 6-8, so they both need this win.
Yeah. But I don't know. Both of them are coming off a win, so it's kind of hard to say. But I'm just going to Steelers because they're home. I was going to go with the home team. They're home, and the Steelers always have a way of pulling out some big games and big moments. So,
all right. Next game, Sunday night or Sunday morning game, Sunday noon game, whatever you want to call it. Packers at the Dolphins. Dolphins
Um,
are 8-6. They're in the hunt for the playoffs. The Packers are 6-8 and on the bubble for the playoffs.
I'm going to go Dolphins. Dolphins are home. Dolphins have lost two or three straight at this point. They're trying to stay in the hunt. Just trying to stay right there so they can lock up some type of spot or seed. Um, so I think they're gonna have a bounce back game. I think what they lost to the Niners, and then they lost to like the Bills, so they've been losing a lot lately. So I think they're gonna try to take this game and bounce back and get back on the winning track.
I'm going with the Packers. I think gunslinger Aaron Rodgers comes out, and I think he's gonna just dismantle this Dolphins defense. Good luck trying to stop Aaron Rodgers. Good luck trying to slow down AJ Dillon or Jones, whichever one is running the ball. Good luck. Packers will win this game. This is gonna be
East in you.
an interesting game. The Broncos at the Rams. It looked good on
Oh,
paper.
nobody wants to see this.
But now, no.
I'm just gonna go Rams just because the Rams are home, and I don't know. It's like Brett Rippon going into LA just doesn't sound right to me. And I don't. Latavius Murray. I gotta check. I don't know if he's playing or not. I thought I saw something about him get banged up, but regardless, um, last week was pretty much a crapshoot between them and the Cardinals, especially when Colt McCoy went down. But I think I'll just take the Rams on this one.
I'm taking the Broncos on this one. I just think the Rams are just they just want the season to end. Just end the season, call it a day. Arrivederci, say la vie. I'm going with the Broncos on this one.
Okay.
This we have the Bucks at the Cards.
I'm going with the Bucks. Like I said, I love a boy Trace McSorley from Penn State. He's starting for them, I think, the rest of the way because they're down Kyler and they're down Colt McCoy. So
yeah, Kyler's done for the season. Colt
yeah,
is just let him heal. There's why rush him back.
yeah.
You know,
I'm going Bucks on this.
I'm going Bucks too. I mean, this is a game tailored for the Bucks to win. There's no need for them to go crazy. Just,
Nope.
I mean, yeah, granted, the Cards still have Buda Baker and some defensive players still too, but I mean, they just don't have enough. Like me personally, I dropped Marquise Brown because of the fact that he's not going to be effective. The moment Kyler Murray went down and Colt McCoy went down, like it's a wrap, done. Bye, let you go, pick somebody else up. It's just unfortunately it's been that way for the Cards this season. Their offense has literally been hindered with injuries between Brown, Murray, and who's the other one?
Miami had a top 3 signing
I
class.
can't remember who it was, but they've been hampered with injuries on that side. So yeah, the line has been like Band-Aid right now, so forget about it. Yeah. Next game. The last game, Monday night game.
Ooh.
Can we get a flex for this?
Yeah, for sure need to be flexed. I'm gonna go Chargers on this one because I need the
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers on this one. I think that I think that one. I hope the Colts lose this one because they lost in really bad fashion last week. I hope they continue the losing trend, so that I hope they roll into the Giants and lose again. We're on a downward spiral. I think the Chargers really need this one to stay anywhere relevant in the playoff hunt. I know the Colts were kind of down there on the bubble, so I think the Chargers are going to try to stay in the playoff hunt, sit in the AFC West behind the Chiefs, and try to Colts imagine that, honestly, trying to get in this playoff spot. But I think Herbert and company are going to just be a little too much for the Colts. Like I said, I think the one thing that's going to suck is just the only thing that's going to suck is the Chargers defense. They're not that good, so I think the run game is going to give them some fits and everything. But it's like other than that, I think I'm going to give the nod to the Colts. This kid Austin Reed has almost 500 yards passing now.
Sick. Two things. The Colts have named Nick Foles the starter for the remainder of the season, and they put Jonathan Taylor on IR for the remainder of the season as well. So those two big changes will change things for the Colts, but not enough. I will take the Chargers on this one as well. And with that, the Indianapolis Colts playoff push dies down, gets shut down with Jonathan Taylor as well. So that was it.
All right.
Another week
All right.
in the books.
Another week. I'm excited. I mean, like I said, it's going to be Saturday and Sunday games, so I'm not going to have anything to do besides lay here and between watching college football and watching NFL games. I'm going to be happy. Christmas Eve and Christmas, or Christmas Eve, I should just say, just chill and watch football all day.
Yeah.
I think before we get out of here, just wanted to say, the football community and just life in general lost a real one today. With the passing of Franco Harris, suddenly at 72 years old. Known for the immaculate reception, part of a Hall of Fame legendary Steelers team. And it was just kind of just a shock to me. I didn't know anything as far as him being sick or anything, so just that kind of surprised me. This just a tragedy, just honestly just a tragedy. And our condolences and just thoughts and prayers are just with any and all affected. Family, friends, Steelers organization, teammates, and everything. It's just didn't expect to wake up to that news this morning. But a Hall of Fame legendary player who will surely be sorely missed. So, but with that, I mean, if we got nothing else. Like you said, another week's in the book that our picks in. Going to be some very interesting games, and I want to see how a lot of this changes the landscape of the playoffs after this week of games. So, who gets officially eliminated, and as I said, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, but I gotta go to sleep because I gotta get back up in 5 hours for work. So, now that I've entered my perfect 17-0 or 16-0 ticket this week, I'm gonna go play some FanDuel. I'm gonna put in for every game this week to see what I win. But until next episode, it's been fun. Do it again sometime very soon. Mr. Guy legit, he didn't come on tonight. But
No, he did not.
well,
It's all
he was
good.
looking for us. He was looking for us on Monday. I told him we were going to be on Tuesday, so that's my fault.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Like I said, life happens.
Yep,
Life happens.
Life happens, and we adjust. But until then, everybody. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe. Happy holidays. What was that?
Eddie Guerrero, man.
Oh my gosh! Take us out.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I'll be say.
All right.